Last time I said another Wolverine for the collection. Well, I'm saying the same thing again this go round, only this time it's for Iron Man. Introducing from Marvel Legends, courtesy of the Executioner Build-A-Figure wave, we have Iron Man Mark 72. What is good, my peeps? It's the Ruckus. I'm coming at you again with another action figure review as we get into number 2 in the line of Executioner Wave figures. This go round, we're taking a look at Iron Man Mark 72. This is Iron Man in his Mysterium armor, which is I'll and I may be wrong with my description here. I'll say quasi mystical kind of armor. It's called Mysterium, and it's definitely known for its durability. This armor was strong enough to withstand being straight up jabbed by adamantium claws, and those claws basically just bent against it, right? And I said jab, not slash, a straight up jab. Tried to get poked. It wasn't Wolverine that did it, but the individual did have adamantium claws, and their claws were pure adamantium, not coated like Logan's. Anyway, that's a little bit about what this armor is about. And you see that Iron Man has got the head of our Build-A-Figure, Executioner, aka Scourge, and we can see some of the accessories. There are more because from my vantage point I could see something hiding behind this clamshell. Anyway, we've got the Marvel logo at the top, since this is not assigned to any franchise at all. So then we look at the side there. We have some pretty nice artwork there. You can see that, Marvel Legends. And we've got the thumbnail down below. And here on the flip, we have more of that nice artwork. And we do have our readout. The Mark 72 Iron Man armor, built out of near indestructible Mysterium, pilots Tony Stark's mammoth mech, the Sentinel Buster, which is what this armor was originally meant to do. It was to pilot a giant set of Iron Man armor, but it could do its thing on its own right as basically one of, if not the most powerful, normal-sized Iron Man suit. Down below, we've got a sketch of the Executioner on our left, and on the right side, we've got the 7 figures in this wave. 6 are needed to build Scourge, and of course, we're kicking it off with Iron Man Mark 72. And now you can see what was hiding behind the clamshell. In its own clamshell, we have the Executioner's axe. Nice long handle there. Looks like it's a good one. It's definitely a nice sized axe. As far as Iron Man in his clamshell, you see the extra hands. Those are repulsor shooting hands. You can see at the top there. We've got the head for Scourge the Executioner. And we have 2 sets of blast effects. On the bottom we have some fluorescent colored repulsors, and the top are different type of blast effects. I believe they'll go somewhere probably on the top of his wrists, but we'll find that out when we get to it. Now that we have a full-bodied view of the Mark 72 Mysterium armor, you can see that we still are maintaining the gold and crimson motif, but we've got black introduced into it. And we also have, we'll call it gunmetal gray, is also part of the color designs. All of the energy nodes, including the chest plate, the chest piece in the chest plate, are they've got blue. There's some energy nodes there on the upper torso on either side of that chest plate. You may not be able to see them from your vantage point. We'll get to them when we get a little bit closer up. And it's looking pretty nice there. Turning him to the side, you could see some more. And then in the back is just pretty plain. It looks like we should have gotten some type of coloration over here, but we all know what's up with Hasbro and how they do us. So we didn't get that. And fortunately, most of the time, we don't have the backs of our figures to us. So there it is. We have some nice patterns here on the helmet. Obviously, we have the gold faceplate. The eye slits are like a light blue. And when you turn to the side, we still have, we've got the black there for the actual base helmet. We've got gold strip on either side, and right down the middle, cranium style, is red, and that goes all the way to the back there. Our shoulder pads, see what we got going on there, pretty nice. This is a nice design. I know a lot of people probably aren't up on it if they're not reading current day comics, but this is very recent armor. It's not his current armor. He's always changing up his armor. It's never current. It's crazy how that goes. But this was pretty recent. Basically, it was last year, meaning 2024. But pretty nice. Like I said, this armor is nearly indestructible in its, in its durability. So pretty nice. We see the, I refuse to call it arc reactor because that's the MCU. That's not the comics. It's not referred to as an arc reactor in the comics. Anybody's been rock with me, I've said that ad nauseum. But in the comics, it used to be always known as a unibeam. But it's a chest piece for sure, and a unibeam comes out of it. And we've got a black circle at the center there, and you see it's got the blue. The way how they made it, there's two different shades of blue in there. The outer ring here, or close to the outer ring, is even lighter than the rest. I guess it's to try to give it a sense of like it's pulsating. And then the energy nodes that are on either side, it's actually going down the side of his torso. You've got a few more there. There are 3 in total on both sides. So pretty cool. Then of course we just have the totally black lower torso, and then you've got the thigh high these like leg protectors, if you will. I unfortunately have a blemish on my right leg in there, so that's unfortunate. It is what it is. And then we have you see what's going on at the kneecaps there, and then the lower extremities. We've got some more of that gunmetal gray, kind of shiny, going down, right down the center of the shin into the top of the boot. And then on the flip, nothing much going on here. So that's what you got going on. So next up, we're going to talk about the articulation. His head is on a dumbbell, and unfortunately, you only get that much going back. Going down, you get that much. His neck is on a ball joint too, so you get some more because of that. So you can go down that far, and you're not going to get much going back because the neck is bumping off of the back of that his back. Period. So you don't get much in the way of tilt. Of course, you can 360 it, as you can see. He can get you a T-pose that far out. He can. Kind of, so he can 360 it, but you don't want to do that because of the shoulder pad there. He does have his bicep, getting all frazzled here. I dragged another figure when I was trying to grab my tool. He has his bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, looking real seamless with no pins. You gotta love that. and he's got the swiveling wrist, and they hinge horizontally. He does not have butterfly joints, so his ability to rear back, you're only going to get basically this much, just 90 degrees on the rear back. So that lets you know that coming together, you're not going to get any crossbody. That's what you get right there. It is what it is. His diaphragm is where he's got his articulation at, and you're not getting anything really going forward. Going back is nice. You get back that far, so in conjunction with pulling his head as far back as you can get it, you can get, pretty nice looking flying pose. So that's cool there. You can lean with it, rock with it, and go left, right on the rotation. He can do the splits that far. Be careful, because you see what those thigh highs are doing. They will bend. If you keep them there, they'll warp to that, and then you'll have to use some heat to get them back. He can kick greater than 90 degrees, go back fairly decent, and you get your swivel at that boot joint right there. He's got double jointed knees, as you can see right there, and there's nothing swiveling around the ankles. He can point his toe. You'll have to work it, but he can point his toe, there we go, that far forward. You're not going to get anything too much going up because of the overlay from the bottom of the boot. He gets you ankle pivot. You don't get too much, but you get some. You got holes at the bottom of the feet. So that is our Mark 72 right there, aka the Mysterium armor. And I pulled this unmasked, unhelmeted head from the Stealth Armor Iron Man that we got a few years ago, and it does fit. I'm sure there are other head sculpts of Tony Stark that'll fit on there, and it's just a matter if you want like mullets or whatever. But we've got plenty to try. We had gotten a pair of these. These are arm cannons, and they go at the top. They're basically forearm cannons would be a more accurate description. And you see this this peg right here. That's where they go in on the top of Iron Man's. And now I'm going to bring in Iron Man so we can use one of his forearms. And you see that up there. It's where the cannon fits in. We don't have any means provided by Hasbro to do it, so you have to find a way to get something thin to get in there and lift it up for it to work, for you to get it out, which is what I just did there. So you see that port that it fits in there. Then you take the cannon, line it up. You've got a few peg holes in there for this to go in. I got to see if I'm putting the right one on the right side. And it popped out at me, so I'm thinking that it's not supposed to go in that way, or that one's not meant for this arm. So there it is. It's not all the way seated. But it's supposed to raise up like it's lifting from its housing there. And there you have it. And there are holes, so you can insert some smaller blast effects in that. So we could have something to compare with our Mark 72 Mysterium Armor Iron Man. I brought out the Mark 1, the very first Iron Man armor, obviously the gray version, and the latest Mark that we have from Hasbro Marvel Legends prior to our Mysterium armor here. We've got the Mark 70. My thoughts on the Marvel Legends Executioner Build-A-Figure Wave Iron Man Mark 72, aka the Mysterium armor, is I love the design. Very, very nice armor. It's another Iron Man for the collection. You know we can never get too many of those. But yes, still in all, very nice collection. A very nice action figure, excuse me. The articulation on this guy is You know, it's moderate at best in terms of, you know, fun factor. Um, the It's very cumbersome. I would say the articulation is both in the shoulders and in the. You see how I have the left arm up raised as high as I have it to fire the repulsor blast. That's because that forearm epaulette is impeding being able to bend the repulsor hand. And what's crazy is that we rarely get repulsor hands that have hinges, and this time we did get them with hinges, and they're effectively useless in this regard. But we did get the arm cannons. You see the forearm cannons. You see on the right hand, I've got one installed, and I managed to use a blast effect that fits in that porthole. I'm sure you can see that over there. Maybe I should have had a different color background so the contrast would be more apparent. But I think you guys can see it. Anyway, you've got that. The ankles, because of the design, you know, your pivots are limited. But once again, that's because of the design. It is what it is. And you can't really get very much forward with the diaphragm, but that's a common issue with Marvel Legends. We can go back a good way, so that way we can still get Iron Man into a very nice pose. So we do have that. We got the two repulsor blasts and the two repulsor hands and the two forearm cannons. No head sculpt, no unhelmeted head sculpt. You have to pilfer from another figure if you want to perform that miracle. And that's about the size of it. This is number 2 in the Executioner Build-A-Figure wave. He did come with the head and the axe for Scourge, the Executioner. And that set aside, I'm looking very much forward to putting that guy together because he was definitely a bucket list item for me. Was he a bucket list item for you? What do you think about this Iron Man? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, like, share, and definitely subscribe. Join the family. We'd love to have you. And yeah, that'll do it for now. We're going to keep rolling through these figures from this Executioner wave. And we've got number 3 coming up next. Until then, you guys take care. Peace.